Greetings, friends. As we continue to learn more about just who is this Jesus, we find that his popularity is growing as a result of his teachings, healings, and exorcisms. By the time we catch up with him in this week's gospel reading, we meet Jesus sitting in a boat near the lake shore, just so that he can put a little distance between himself and the crowds that gathered for his latest teaching. But little do they realize the lesson was only beginning. This week we'll be welcoming members of our local Cub Scout pack and BSA troops as we celebrate Scout Sunday. In Scouting, leaders teach using the EDGE method, which stands for Explain, Demonstrate, Guide, and Enable. As we'll discover in our message, this method is very similar to the one that Jesus employs as he calls Peter to discipleship. And the EDGE method can also be an effective way for all of us to evangelize as we share our faith and invite others to follow Christ. As we prepare to gather together for worship this week, I hope you'll engage the words of Scripture. Take time to read the Gospel according to Luke chapter 5, verses 1 through 11, and from the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 15, verses 1 through 11. After you've read these passages, please reflect upon these questions. What is it about Jesus that entices you to be his disciple? And what is it about him that makes you fear following him? And when has faithful obedience to God demanded that you ignore your own knowledge and instead trust in God's wisdom to guide your thoughts, words, or actions? It is a blessing for us to be able to gather in order to share in worship. You're welcome to join us as we gather each Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. in the sanctuary at 718 Court Street. You may also worship with us virtually by either viewing the live worship webcast on our church's YouTube channel, or by viewing the archive videos, which are available on our YouTube channel once worship has concluded. Friends, Jesus calls us to follow him. Let's gather together so that we might learn how to be God's faithful people, sent forth to help others become caught up in the goodness of God's love and mercy. May grace and peace be yours in abundance.